Hello everybody, back again. Want to give you some tips this time with con season well underway now. And if you're in the US, one of the biggest conventions in the US is about 2-3 months off now. Talking about Anime Expo. Takes place in Los Angeles and draws about 116,000 unique badges every year. So yeah, let's get started. So the first and most important thing I feel before attending a convention and going to exhibition hall where everyone spends all their money, you want to do research first. You want to see if there's anything you want that's going to be cheaper and in stock somewhere else. Because you know that going into that exhibition hall, it's going to be a markup. It's going to be expensive. So, you know, if you can find what you're looking for cheaper somewhere else, then you might want to think about getting it from there and saving some money. Because we know that conventions are all about saving money to buy more stuff. So, anyways, yes, do research prior to attending a convention. So that would be, you know, I guess tip number 1 is do research prior. Tip number 2, and the most important thing, in my opinion, is do not buy food at the convention center itself. Go somewhere else. Keep in mind that the further you get away from the convention center, the cheaper the food is going to be. You're paying a convenience fee, basically. Places are marking up their food because they know that you're going to pay that price for the convenience of walking and it being close, you know, and the amount of food that they have to bring in to feed you. So, you know, the further away you get, the cheaper it's going to be. I went to Subway once from the convention. It was like 2 blocks away, 3 blocks away. And it was almost normal price that you would pay around in your normal neighborhood. So, you know, the most expensive is going to be in the convention center. Food there is going to be almost a minimum of $15, and you're not going to get much. You're going to be hungry again like 2 hours later. Food outside in the food trucks is good, but keep in mind that they have a deal worked out with each other. Basically, that they're going to probably keep their prices within almost the same range, so that I know one food truck is getting, you know, more than the others. Obviously, some are a little bit cheaper than others, so you can scout around. You can kind of find a good deal. But the best thing that you can do, if you can do it safely, and you know, all that, is go further away from the convention center. Now, obviously, people in huge cosplays that, you know, you can't really walk that far. You know, you're in a different situation. You're going to have to do what you got to do. You might be able to go back to your hotel if it's close enough, you know, and get food or, you know, whatever. But if you're able to do it, I highly suggest walking away from the convention center. Take a group with you, you know, whatever you got to do, and go that route. Next would be hotel. Definitely hotel. Get one. If you have a group of friends that you know, and I do mean you know, then get a hotel with them. I do that every year. You know, it saves me gas. It saves me, you know, all that kind of stuff. Time from driving to and from, and, you know, everything else. And it's fairly cheap. It's like $80 for 4 nights, split between, I think there's like 7 of us or 6 of us. So it's like $80 a person. It's not bad at all. To split between the 4 nights. You know, so highly recommend going the hotel route, and just buy food, you know, drinks, water, whatever. And just, you know, whenever you're thirsty, you can just get the shuttle bus or walk if you're at the Marriott, and, you know, eat or drink there and rest up and then head back out again. It's really efficient. So other things to not buy, getting into that part, do not buy at the con, in the exhibition hall. If you can help it, would be figures. Figure markups there are going to probably be, you know, $50 to $60, maybe a little bit less. But they know that people want them, especially from the more popular series like Fate Stay Night, you know, What do we got now? Azure Lane, you know, those kind of figures. You're gonna probably see a pretty big markup. Data Live is new. Expect to see figures from that are probably gonna be marked up because they know that they're in demand and people are looking for them. Now, not to say that you shouldn't buy a figure there. This is where research comes in. Do your research first. See if there's a figure that's sold out and you can't find it anywhere else. Put it on your little list or whatever you got to do. Go to AX or your convention and look for it. And if you can find it there, you know that at least it's sold out everywhere else, and you're not gonna, you know, you have to pay what you got to pay to have the figure you want. You know, I did once. I got Kurumi. From Tulavru, or not Kurumi, I have Data Live in my mind. Kurosaki Maya from Tulavru, sorry about that. You know, I picked her up at the convention center. I think, I forget what I paid for her. It was probably like a $30 markup or something like that, but she was sold out everywhere. I know she's being re-released now. I got her about 2 years ago now. She's being re-released, but yeah, back in the, you know, that time you couldn't find her and pick her up for you know, anywhere else. They're sold out. So, you know, it is what it is. I paid for her, but other than that, yeah. The other thing is Dojins. For those of you who don't know, Dojins are fan-made, basically art works, you know, things like that, comics and all that. Dojins in Japan, I will tell you from experience, you know, not personally having gone there, but friends have gone there, and also, you know, Mandrake, the website, you can buy Dojins in Japan for about $2 to $4 a Dojin on average. They're really, really cheap, but if you go to AX, you're going to look to spend anywhere between $18 to like $25 for the same Dojin that you can buy on Mandrake, or if you go to Japan. So don't buy Dojins there if you can help it. Not to say that I haven't. Again, do your research, see what you want, you know, do the best that you can, make a list of the English title or whatever, and, you know, if you can't find it on Mandrake, which I'll link in the description, go check it out. And if they've got it and you want to spend that money, then by all means spend the money. It's your money. So basically, I use conventions to find things that I can't find online anymore. That's the biggest thing that I do. Things I can't find online, or little small knickknacks, or posters, things like that. That's usually what I'll buy at a convention, just because it's ease of shopping. You know, I don't really like to buy posters online. I don't really, you know, anything like that. Ease of shopping. So I'll usually go around and I'll end up with a bunch of posters or wall scrolls or things like that, or things that I can't find anymore online or can't find online, like some Dojins and some figures like Kurosaki, things like that, you know, I'll pick up. So anyways, I think as far as what to buy and what not to buy, those are my biggest tips. You know, I might do another video later on, you know, obviously how to act and stuff like that. But for now, this video focuses just on what to buy and what not to buy. So again, quick recap, go outside for food. You know, the further away you get, cheaper the food's going to be. Don't buy figures unless you can't find them elsewhere. Don't buy Dojins unless you can't find them elsewhere. And do your research. It's very important. Do your research before you go and make a list of what you want. Anyways, and otherwise, have fun. They're extremely fun. I can't wait. Counting down the time now. We're getting into about a little bit less than 2 months. Or no, 2 months. So we're getting there. Anyways, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day and enjoy this video. Share it, like it, subscribe, and comment in the description if you have any of your own suggestions or tips, things like that, the things that I've missed or things that can be corrected. Anyways, have a good one.